A pain in the neck.
Annoying. For example, this child is a real pain in the neck.
Big bucks.
Having a lot of money. For example, investing in the stock market has the potential to earn you some big bucks.
Bite someone's head off.
To respond to someone with extreme anger and aggression. For example, she was so stressed from work that she bites my head off when I asked her a simple question.
Blow a fuse.
To become extremely angry or lose one's temper suddenly. For example, when Sean found out his project had been canceled, he blew a fuse and started yelling at his colleagues.
Chew the scenery.
To express anger or frustration in a dramatic or exaggerated manner. For example, during the meeting, Albert chewed the scenery and complained loudly about the lack of progress.
Drop a bombshell.
To reveal shocking or surprising news or information. For example, the CEO dropped a bombshell during the meeting, announcing a major restructuring.
Dumbfounded.
To leave someone speechless or unable to respond due to shock or surprise. For example, the astonishing magic trick left Robert dumbfounded.
Fly off the handle.
To become very angry and lose control of one's emotions. For example, she flew off the handle when she saw the mess in the kitchen that her sister had left behind.
Hot under the collar.
To feel or show visible signs of anger or irritation. For example, he gets hot under the collar whenever someone questions his decisions.
I am all ears.
I am listening. For example, tell me about your first day at the new job. I'm all ears.
I am fuming.
I am very angry. For example, the whole episode left her fuming at the injustice of it all.
Have biggest fish to fry.
Have more important things to do. For example, we have bigger fish to fry right now.
In a towering rage.
Extremely angry and possibly uncontrollable. For example, after discovering the broken pot, Mother was in a towering rage and demanded to know who was responsible.
In the blink of an eye.
Something happens very quickly or suddenly. For example, the car accident happened in the blink of an eye, and nobody saw it coming.
In the hot seat.
Being in a position where one is being questioned or scrutinized closely. For example, during the presentation, Jill found herself in the hot seat as the audience asked her challenging questions.
It's not rocket science.
It's not complicated. For example, learning the mathematic is not rocket science. For my brother, always.
Learn the ropes.
To become familiar with the basics or essentials of a subject or situation. For example, as a new student, it took him a while to learn the ropes of the school's schedule.
Long story short.
used when you do not tell all the details. For example, many bad things happened to me yesterday. Long story short, finally I got fired.
My hands are tied.
Unable to act freely because something, such as a rule or law or someone prevents it. For example, I'd like to help you, but my hands are tied.
My lips are sealed.
Won't tell anyone. For example, I don't tell him I saw you here. Don't worry. My lips are sealed.
Old school.
To have traditional or conservative teaching methods. For example, Mr. Butler's teaching style is a bit old school, but his students still respect him.
On edge.
Anxious. For example, she is very argumentative, and everyone always feel on edge when she's around.
On the warpath.
To be in an angry or aggressive mood, often seeking confrontation. For example, the boss was on the warpath after discovering the budget overruns in the project.
Pass with flying colors.
To achieve a very high score or perform exceptionally well on a test or assignment. For example, I'm proud of her dedicated studying. Mary passed the math exam with flying colors.
Play by the ear.
To improvise. For example, she just went to Canada and did everything playing by the ear. No itinerary, no schedules.
Practice what you preach.
To follow the advice or principles that you teach to others. For example, the teacher always told us to be punctual, and she made sure to practice what she preached by arriving early to class.
Rip the rug out from under someone.
To suddenly surprise or shock someone by taking away support or stability. For example, the company's decision to close down the department ripped the rug out from under many employees.
See red.
To become intensely angry. For example, whenever someone insults his favorite team, he sees red and starts arguing with them.
Spit nails.
To be extremely angry, often to the point of wanting to retaliate. For example, when he heard about the rumor being spread about him, he was spitting nails and wanted to confront the person responsible.